first graders. So today we are going to be reading a story. It's a fictional story. So what does that mean? It's made up. The characters are imagined. Yep, all of that's good. It's not based on facts. It's created, right? So before we read our story, I want to ask a question. Who here has been to the beach? Oh, we got a lot of hands. What do we do at the beach? Sandcastles? Who here has built a sandcastle? Ooh, lots of hands. Go in the water? How many of us have been in the water? A lot. How many of us might have been nervous at one point to go in the water? Yep, those big waves, right? So today we are going to be reading about Curious George. Has anyone heard of Curious George? Couple. Who is Curious George? A monkey. He's a monkey, right? There we go. Curious George, right there. And we are going to be reading about Curious George going to the beach. Now, what does curious mean? Do we know? It means eager or excited to know or learn something. Has any of us ever been curious about something before? Been curious about what you're going to do this weekend? I like that. You're curious about the book? Yep, that's important because I want you to be curious about Curious George. What might you be curious about in the book? What George does? Oh, does he meet anyone? Right, so I want you guys to keep that in mind as I go through the story, okay? I want you to keep being curious and listening for some of those questions you might have. You can be curious about what George is going to do. Is he going to build a sandcastle? Is he going to be afraid to go in the water? We'll see as I read along, so I want you guys paying attention. Okay? Here we go. So before I start, here's our title, but where is the author? Can anyone? Yep, it's up here. Margaret and H.A. Rays. What is an author? They write the story. Very nice. Do they draw the story? No. Does anyone know the word for who draws the story? An illustrator. There we go. We've talked about that before. So this was illustrated in the style of H.A. Ray by Vipa Interactive. So here we go. This is George. He lived with his friend, the man with the yellow hat. He was a good little monkey and always very curious. Today the man had a surprise for George. He took George to the beach. They found a spot on the warm sand. Then another surprise. George saw his friend Betsy. "Look, Betsy," her grandmother said. "It's Curious George." But Betsy did not even smile. She had never been in the ocean before. She was scared. "I know you're a good swimmer," the man told her. "You'll be fine once you get in the water." Feeling better, Betsy walked towards the shore with her grandmother. George helped spread the beach blanket and set aside their lunch. He was looking forward to a picnic, but it was not yet time to eat. Why did Betsy start feeling better? Because she felt encouraged by the man. Nice. It was time to play. In no time, George was having fun. He learned a new game. He dug in the sand, and he made a new friend. Monkeys are good at making friends. When he took a break, George watched the lifeguard. The lifeguard sat in a special chair. Sometimes he blew a whistle. Why does the lifeguard have a special chair? Can everyone see it? Why is it so tall? Well, what does the lifeguard do? They help people and they watch. Why might it be better to have a taller chair? So they can see further. Very nice. And sometimes he looked through binoculars. It looked like fun to be a lifeguard. George was curious. What does curious mean? Eager to learn. Very nice. Could he be a lifeguard? Before long, the lifeguard took a break. Here was George's chance. What might George be trying to do? Climb up there, right? Because why? Because he's curious about being a lifeguard. Very nice. Well, watching the crowd from up in the special chair, George felt just like a lifeguard. He looked through the binoculars. There was a lot to see at the beach. He saw seagulls flying high above, and he saw Betsy on the shore below. She had still not been in the water. Then the lifeguard saw George. "Hey!" he yelled. "That's no place for a monkey." George thought it was a fine place for a monkey, but he did not want to cause trouble, so he climbed down. Why might Betsy still not be in the water? She might be scared still, right? Do you think Betsy's gonna get in the water? Maybe. Oh, yes. We'll see. Back at the beach blanket, George was hungry for a snack. No one would miss just one cracker, thought George. He took one out and put it on a napkin. It looked good. Now if only he had some cheese. Uh-oh, what happened to his cracker? Well, he would just have to get a new one. George found another cracker, then turned back around. But now his cheese was gone. Who could be taking his snacks? George was curious. He put down his cracker and waited. Who might be taking his crackers? Any guesses? Oh, seagulls? Now George saw who was taking his treats. It was a seagull, and he was still hungry. George took out another cracker, and the bird took it right out of his hand. What fun to feed a seagull! George saw more seagulls down by the water. Betsy was there too. George was curious. Could those seagulls be hungry? Oh, indeed they were hungry. Soon a whole flock had gathered. George could not feed them fast enough. Luckily, Betsy was glad to help. Out of the basket came more crackers, cookies, a cake, and even the bread for sandwiches. Still the birds were hungry. But when George reached for more snacks, the basket was gone. He and Betsy were having so much fun, they didn't notice the tide coming in. What does that mean? What is a tide? The water. So tide is where the water is coming in and out. Sometimes there's high tide, that means the water comes in further, and sometimes there's low tide, which means it sets back a little bit. So it's this line right here. We've all played in that before if we've been to the beach. That water that comes up and down, that you run up to the shore or you run up to touch it and then you run back. That's the tide. So when we say he and Betsy were having so much fun, they didn't notice the tide coming in, that meant the water kept moving up and up towards them. And it took the basket. They didn't notice the picnic basket was floating out to sea. George felt bad. He hadn't meant to lose the basket. Could there be a way to catch it? George thought and thought. Then he remembered the lifeguard. George was no lifeguard, but to save the basket he knew just what to do. Quickly he found a float and carried it to the water. Jumping aboard, George began to paddle. What might he be doing? What might George be going to do? To rescue the basket. Very nice. He paddled out a little farther and a little farther and a little farther until finally he reached the basket. Betsy cheered. Then, as George paddled back to the beach, Betsy swam out to meet him. Now I'm curious, why did Betsy swim out to meet George? There's no right or wrong answer. Why do we think she did it? Because she felt comfortable, right? Because George was her friend. Very nice. Everyone was glad to see George safe on the shore. The lifeguard, who had seen everything from his chair, said, "That was some rescue." George felt proud. The man with the yellow hat picked up the basket. He was curious. "George, is this our basket?" he asked. Poor George! After all that, the basket was empty. There would be no picnic on the beach, and it was all his fault. Then Betsy's grandmother said, "Won't you join us for lunch? We have plenty, and look! Now we have a reason to celebrate, thanks to George." They did have a reason to celebrate. Betsy was in the water, and she wasn't scared anymore. She was having fun. After everyone joined Betsy and George for a swim, it was time to eat at last. There were sandwiches and chips, bananas, cookies, and watermelon. There was plenty for everyone, and there was even a little for guests. The end. Who were the guests? Who got some of that picnic? The seagulls! Those seagulls. All right. So we're going to go back to our desks, and I have a couple questions I'm going to put on the board. I want you to respond to them. Okay? It's all about what we just read. So we're going to write it down, because we write after we read, and then we read what we wrote. All right, everyone go back to your seats.